Why do women cheat even in happy relationships? Imagine this for a second. You've been the perfect boyfriend. You treat her right. You listen, you provide, you stay loyal. You make her feel safe, supported, and loved. Everything seems fine. Until one day, she cheats on you. And now, you're left sitting there, asking yourself, why? What did I do wrong? Was I not good enough? Or is there something about women that I just don't understand? Because let's be real, this doesn't make sense. Why would a woman cheat when she already has a good man? Is it about her emotions, her desires, her insecurities? Or is there something much deeper going on? Today, we're breaking down the real reasons why even happy women cheat, and trust me, it's not what you think. So before you jump to conclusions, before you make a decision you'll regret, let's talk about the truth no one wants to admit. Part 1. The hidden reasons why women cheat, even in a happy relationship. Most men think cheating happens because the relationship was bad. Because the guy messed up. Because she wasn't getting what she needed. And sure, sometimes that's true. But what if I told you that some women cheat even when they have a good man? Even when the relationship is stable? Even when she's happy? Why? Let's break it down. 1. She feels emotionally disconnected. Here's the harsh truth. A woman can love you and still cheat on you. Why? Because love isn't always enough. She needs to feel connected. She needs to feel like you get her, like she can be vulnerable with you. But over time, a lot of men start to get comfortable. They stop having deep conversations. They stop being present. They assume she knows I love her. But here's the problem. If she stops feeling emotionally connected to you, she won't stop craving that connection. And if she finds it with another man, that's when the lines start to blur. Example. She starts confiding in a male friend. At first, it's innocent. She vents about her day, about things you used to talk about. And before she even realizes it, she's emotionally attached to someone else. Question for you. When was the last time you had a real, deep conversation with her? Not about work. Not about what's for dinner. But about her thoughts, her emotions, her dreams, her fears. Because if you're not having those conversations, someone else might be. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And if her thoughts are constantly on someone else, she's already checked out. 2. She craves excitement and the forbiddance. Some women cheat because they're unhappy. But others, they cheat because they get bored. They miss the thrill of something new. See, when a relationship starts, everything is exciting. The flirting, the late-night texts, the firsts. But as time goes on, the excitement fades. And for some women, stability starts to feel like monotony. They start craving that rush again. That feeling of being desired by someone new. That feeling of doing something forbidden. This is why some women cheat, not because they want to leave their man, but because they want to feel alive. Example: she loves you. She's happy with you. But she suddenly starts acting distant. She gets a little too excited when a random guy gives her attention. She enjoys the idea of being wanted by someone new because it makes her feel young, desired, and free. And if she's the type who values excitement over loyalty, she might chase that feeling even if it destroys what she already has. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." If she's chasing fleeting excitement instead of commitment, that's about her values, not about you. 3. She misses feeling like a woman. This one is big. Women don't just want to be loved. They want to feel desired. They want to feel sexy, feminine, irresistible. But here's what happens in a long-term relationship. The fire dies down. The passion fades. You stop looking at her the way you used to. The compliments slow down. The physical affection becomes predictable. And eventually, she starts feeling more like a roommate than a lover. When this happens, she might subconsciously start seeking validation elsewhere. Not because she doesn't love you, but because she wants to feel wanted again. Example: a coworker starts giving her attention, complimenting her, flirting. At first, she laughs it off. But deep down, it reminds her of how she used to feel. And if you're not making her feel that way anymore, she might start wondering, what if? Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." If you assume she's always going to feel desired just because you're together, you're making a dangerous mistake. 4. She's searching for herself. Here's something most guys don't realize. Sometimes cheating isn't about the relationship at all. It's about her. A woman who doesn't know who she is will always feel restless. And when she feels lost, she might seek excitement, new experiences, or even new people. Not because she doesn't love you, but because she's trying to find herself. Example: she starts changing. New style, new hobbies, new social circles. She starts going out more, hanging with people who don't respect relationships. At first, you think she's just evolving. But then you realize she's pulling away from you. She's reinventing herself, and you're no longer a part of the picture. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If she isn't in control of her own identity, she might self-destruct in the process. So what does this mean for you? At this point, you might be wondering, so, is it inevitable? Will women always cheat no matter how good the relationship is? No. Not every woman cheats. But now you understand that when it happens, it's not always because of you. And more importantly, you can't stop someone from betraying you. You can only control how you react to it. So now the question is, what should you do next? That's exactly what we're going to break down in Part 2. Part 2: How to respond like a Stoic when she cheats. So now you understand why it happened. You see the emotional and psychological triggers behind her actions. But here's the thing. Knowing why doesn't erase the pain. It doesn't undo the betrayal. So now the real question is, what do you do next? How do you handle this without letting it destroy you? How do you respond in a way that makes you stronger, not weaker? Let's break it down. 1. Don't react with emotion. Control your mind. The moment you find out she cheated, your first instinct will be to react. You might want to yell. You might want to confront her. You might want to make her feel the same pain she caused you. But here's the harsh truth. Your emotional reaction won't change what already happened. It won't erase the betrayal. It won't undo the damage. All it will do is make you look weak. Because the man who lets his emotions control him is powerless. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Right now, the only thing you can control is how you handle this. So instead of acting out of anger, pause, process, decide. Because the way you respond now will set the tone for your future. 2. Understand this. Her actions are a reflection of her, not you. One of the biggest mistakes men make after being cheated on. They start questioning themselves. Was I not good enough? What does he have that I don't? Did I cause this? Stop right there. There. Her betrayal says nothing about you. It says everything about her character, her values, her lack of self-control. A loyal woman wouldn't cheat on you, no matter what. A woman with integrity would communicate instead of betraying you. So instead of taking this personally, see it for what it really is, a test of your strength. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you let this destroy you, she wins. If you let this push you into bitterness and resentment, she still controls you. But if you take this pain and use it to build yourself into an unshakable man, you win. 3. Decide. Walk away or try to rebuild? Now comes the hard part. Do you leave or do you try to fix this? Here's the reality. Not every relationship is worth saving. But not every act of cheating is the same either. Some women cheat because they're broken inside. Others cheat because they were weak in a moment of temptation. So ask yourself, is she truly sorry, or is she just sorry she got caught? Is she taking full responsibility, or is she blaming you? Can you ever trust her again, or will this always be in the back of your mind? If she's blaming you, making excuses, or minimizing what she did, walk away immediately. But if she's genuinely remorseful, taking full responsibility, and willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild trust, then it's up to you to decide if it's worth it. But remember, rebuilding trust takes time. And you should never stay just because you're afraid of starting over. Because the worst thing you can do, stay with someone who doesn't respect you. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." A woman who cheats and shows no remorse will only drag you down. 4. If you leave, leave with strength, not bitterness. Maybe you decide it's over. Maybe you realize the damage is too deep. If that's the case, walk away like a man. No begging. No arguing. No trying to make her feel guilty. Just leave. Why? Because the best revenge is building a life so good that she becomes irrelevant. Think about it years from now when you're thriving. when you've upgraded every part of your life, she's going to look back and realize she lost something valuable. And by then, you won't even care. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." So don't waste your energy trying to get back at her. Just move forward and become the man she regrets losing. 5. If you stay, set unbreakable boundaries. Let's say you decide to give her another chance. Fine. But don't just go back to how things were. Make her earn her place in your life again. That means full transparency. She doesn't get to keep secrets anymore. Consistent effort. She has to show through her actions that she's committed to fixing this. Clear consequences. She needs to know that one more mistake equals she's gone. If she truly regrets what she did, she accepts this. If she fights you on it, she's not serious about rebuilding. And that's all the proof you need to walk away. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." In other words, don't just say you have standards. Live by them. 6. The ultimate power move. Focus on yourself. No matter what happens next, whether you stay or leave, your focus should be on you. This is the time to hit the gym and get in the best shape of your life. Double down on your career, your business, your financial goals. Learn new skills, travel, expand your social circle. Build a life so fulfilling that you don't have time to think about her. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop obsessing over her, the moment you put all that energy into yourself, that's when you truly win. So what's next? Now you know why she cheated. You know how to respond like a Stoic. But there's still one more thing you need to understand. Because healing from betrayal isn't just about getting over her. It's about becoming the kind of man who is so strong, so focused, so unshakable, that no one, not her, not anyone can ever break you again. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. How to build a mindset so powerful that heartbreak never controls you again. Because from now on, you're not just recovering. You're leveling up. Part 3. The Stoic Mindset. how to become unbreakable after betrayal. At this point, you know why she cheated. You know how to handle it without losing control. But here's the thing. This isn't just about her anymore. This is about you. Because the real power move is not just moving on. It's becoming the kind of man who can never be broken again. Let's talk about how to build an unshakable, stoic mindset that makes you immune to emotional pain. 1. Rewire your mindset. Pain is your greatest teacher. Most men see betrayal as a curse. They feel like life is punishing them. But a Stoic man sees pain for what it really is, an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, this pain is the path. It's showing you what you need to fix. Maybe you were too emotionally dependent on her. Maybe you ignored red flags. Maybe you made her the center of your world instead of focusing on your own purpose. This is your wake-up call. Because once you stop seeing this as something that happened to you and start seeing it as something that happened for you, that's when everything changes. 2. Develop true emotional control. Let's be real, most men are slaves to their emotions. They let their feelings control them. They act out of anger, jealousy, or insecurity. But a high-value man, he is in complete control of his emotions. Because he knows the moment you let emotions dictate your actions, you lose. Epictetus once said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." Think about that. If her betrayal still has power over you, she still controls you. But if you can acknowledge the pain without letting it consume you, if you can move forward without needing revenge, without bitterness, without weakness, then you win. So from this moment on, you control your mind. Your emotions do not control you. 3. Raise your standards. Never tolerate disrespect a guy. A weak man makes excuses for her behavior. A strong man walks away from anything that lowers his value. Here's a rule to live by. If she disrespects you once, she do it again. A woman who truly values you won't even entertain the thought of betrayal. So from now on, you do not tolerate dishonesty. You do not chase after women who take you for granted. You do not invest in someone who doesn't respect you. Because if you allow low-quality behavior in your life, you're telling the world that you accept it. And a high-value man, he doesn't tolerate disrespect, ever. 4. Focus on your mission. Women are a part of your life, not your purpose. One of the biggest reasons men get destroyed by betrayal, because they made a woman the center of their world. Big mistake. Your mission should be the center of your world. Your purpose, your goals, your growth. Seneca once said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." If your life revolves around a woman, what happens when she leaves? You collapse. But if you're focused on building your empire, if you're so driven, so committed to your own success that no woman can shake you, then you become untouchable. Women should add to your life, not be the reason for your existence. Because the moment you let a woman become your purpose, you lose your power. And that's why from this moment forward, you put yourself first, always. 5. Get in the best shape of your life, physically and mentally. Want to know the fastest way to get over heartbreak? Self-improvement. Because the best revenge is success. Here's what you do. Hit the gym, transform your body, build strength, build confidence, level up your money, focus on your career, build your financial future, expand your social circle, surround yourself with winners, not people who drain your energy. Upgrade your mindset, read, learn, master your emotions. Because while she's out there chasing temporary validation, you're out here building an empire. And trust me, one day, she's going to regret losing you. But by then, you won't even care. 6. Adopt the next level mentality. Here's the real test. What do you do after this? You have two choices. You stay stuck in the past. You keep replaying what happened. You let it destroy you. Or you take this as a lesson. You use it as fuel. You become the strongest version of yourself. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So from this moment on, you stop talking about change, and you start becoming the man you were meant to be. Final thought. This is your turning point. So let's recap. You now understand why she cheated and why it wasn't always about you. How to control your emotions and respond with strength. Why you must raise your standards and never tolerate disrespect again. How to shift your focus to your purpose, your goals, and your self-improvement. Why the best revenge is living so well that she becomes a distant memory. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you going to stay stuck in the past? Or are you going to use this as fuel to become the most powerful version of yourself? The choice is yours. Like, subscribe, and comment if you're ready to level up your life. Because from now on, you're not just recovering. You're evolving.